Hello, students. This is Dr. Taravid, instructor for the course of Psy 1010 General Psychology for the next 8 weeks. I'm so glad to be here with you in the next weeks to talk about one of the fundamental aspects of human life, as you know, the behaviors and mental processes. And I wish you will be, after ending the discourse, you will be able to use the concept of general psychology in your professional career as a professional expert in your business, marketing, interpersonal relationship, and other parts. So let's go to introduce the materials of the course to you. This course, as other course, has 8 weeks. And let me share with you. As you can see here, the textbook is Psychology and Your Life with Power Learning. Power Learning is the model with the acronym of POWER by Robert Feldman. The book is 2019. It's one of the greatest and not so simple, but it is not also so hard to understand. It's an average hardiness, average complexity for understanding the major concepts of psychology. And you have, like other courses, you have 8 weeks. Each week, you have a weekly quiz. That the quiz has here, as you see here, the quiz has 5 multiple choices and 6 weeks, except week 4 and week 8, weeks 1, 2, 3, weeks 5, 6, 7. You have weekly quizzes. Each quiz has 25 points, and finally 150 points from the total. Out of the total 1,000 points is related to your weekly quizzes. But the major assignment you should do each week for all 8 weeks is learning engagement. Learning engagement has 2 parts. One part, the major part, is your analytical primary initial post that you should discuss, and you should say your view, also point out view, also based on the scientific facts that you should find, for example, from Learn system that the academy has supplied for the students and also for faculties. It's one of the best databases all on the world about for accessing the scientific resources for scientific citation. You should send your post until by the end of Wednesday night. And after that, until the end of the week, by the end of Sunday, midnight, you should post your peer replies, 2 peer replies, and 1 major post has totally 30 points for 8 weeks, and 8 weeks and 240 points. You have 2 special exams for 1 hour. Weekly quizzes has a time of 15 minutes, but 2 special exams, one a midterm exam in the week of 4, and the second one is final exam at week 8. These are 1 hour, and as you see here, midterm exam has 160 points, and your final exam has 200 points. One project you should do, so-called case study. I will check the weeks for the assignments you should do. And the case study has 250 points. Okay, let's go to have a brief look at the weeks. Your book has 12 chapters divided between 8 weeks. First week, we will talk about introduction to psychology, the major concepts of psychology, and second one, neuroscience and behavior. Neuroscience is the science of neurology, your brain, mind, and body. Also, we can consider except of mind and your brain structure. It is called neuroscience and neurology, and neuropsychology and cognitive psychology and psychobiology, different names for the relatively different concepts. And in week 2, we will talk about sensation and perception and states of consciousness. Two different chapters with the major parts that you can use in your business practices, especially sensation and perception. Sensation is about your five senses, somatic body, some body sensations. And perception is how you mean the sensation, the data enter with your senses, with your sensory receptors. How can you uh, give any meaning and make meaning for those sensations? Other parts is about the states of consciousness. It's very new topic in psychology. Also, the experience of the state, altered states of consciousness are very old topic. But scientific aspect, scientific investigation about the states of consciousness is relatively new after the in the half part of the 20th century. And in week 3, we will talk about two major parts, which are very popular, very current in all aspects of your life. At first, we will talk about learning, how we learn, how we learn hidden learning, observational learning, conditional learning, and different aspects of learning. It is very important for you to know about learning because a major part of shaping behaviors in the organizations is based on these models of learning in different aspects. For example, conditional learning, observational learning, hidden learning, and other parts. And the second part that you will use these concepts in some courses like negotiation processes or conflict management or organizational theories, you will find some near and close concept to these concepts for learning, thinking, memory, cognition, and language. And in week 4, we will talk about motivation and emotion. It is very near to your job as a leader, as a manager. Motivation is one of the greatest and one of the complicated parts of managing, especially, for example, if you will be an HR manager. Wow, a major part of your work is not only creating maintenance, creating motivation, but also maintenance the motivation between your different levels of organizations. And next chapter, it is about developmental psychology, how we change in our lifespan during our life from childhood to adulthood to old age. And in chapter 6, we will talk about again one of the basic concepts which is used very much in the organization. Sometimes it is called job matching, for example, finding the proper personality traits for a specific job, working with the different tests, these different questionnaires about the personality traits or typology of personality. It is personality and individual differences. These are very important. These are the concepts that you can find in your daily activity in your organization. And in chapter 7, we will talk about social psychology. Social psychology is a great part of psychology, something between sociology, cultures, ethnography, anthropology, and also psychology. These are the chapters that I have a great emphasis on, especially for you to know about the details, because social psychology, personality traits, motivation and emotional motivation are the major parts of a manager. These concepts of psychology are very applicable in your job. And finally, in week 8, we will talk about the mental disorders, also very short about mental disorders because it's very specific, very professional topic in psychology and psychotherapy. But you should know something about them because sometimes you will find some signs and symptoms of mental disorders in your family members, in your employees, in your co-workers, and other people around you. It is not too bad to know the primary signs and symptoms and the categorization of mental disorders as a professional that wants to work directly and indirectly with human beings. So as you see here, you have a case study. In week 4 and 5, you should be prepared for presenting your case study and submitting your case study. The deadline for case study submission is week 6. And as I talk to you, you have a major meter exam in week 4, another exam, final exam in week 8. Also, I have uploaded another video about how to use APA publication style 7 edition, how to work with Learn system, and how to work with Grammarly. These are very important platforms for CalMU leadership members. So you should know how to work with them. But in the details, I and also other 2 videos by the manager of the quality control of CalMU has uploaded in the Moodle page. You can find it. It's so easily about this, the details to work with APA, Learn, and Grammarly. Thanks for giving your time for watching this video. I am very keen to visit you in the next week as your instructor and talk with you and also have a good learning engagement with each other because one of my greatest and also one of my pleasant jobs during the week is reading and replying and critical thinking about your posts, about your learning engagement. Thank you.